On heavy rain this morning. Let me show you. It's way up in the Panhandle, but man, the Panhandle needs the rain just like everyone else, and it has been heavy through Guyman, now heading towards Beaver and Perryton. This gusting out, you see the little green line, that's the gust front. So winds are picking up from the west to the east. This is eventually going to come into Laverne, Buffalo, Fort Supply, Shattuck, and Woodward coming up at 4:45. I'll show you that storm track, but closing in on the 6 o'clock hour, coming in here to Laverne, to Buffalo, and possibly all the way down to Woodward. That's where the good rains will be this morning. We're bone dry in Oklahoma City. We saw some clouds here and there on our Lucky Star Skycam network. Sunrise is going to be at 6:59. It's 79 degrees. The record warm low is 78. We broke the record yesterday. We'll drop a couple of more degrees this morning. It's in the 60s in El Reno, 68, 71 in Stillwater, 75 right now in Pauls Valley, 83 in Lawton. You can see the airport, which is where our instrument is, our thermometer, and it's much hotter there than it is at all the surrounding areas. It's what we call the heat island effect. All the concrete in the pavement holds that warm air in. Now, winds are very light out of the north where we have the storms gust to 30. We could have some gusts close to 50, maybe even 60 within that complex. Temperatures in the 80s at lunchtime, then in the mid upper 90s, and coming up in full weather, we'll have 90s again tomorrow. Then triple digits return. By the way, tonight there is a partial lunar eclipse. We'll talk about that. The viewing conditions look good. And then another 8-day stretch at or above 100, guys. It's brutal into the start of September. That's coming up. Hottest year on record was back in 2011. We had 63 100-degree days. We're not going to touch that, okay? But I do think we climb up into this list. We may be 6th, 7th, or 8th place by the time we get through just this next 9 days. We have a lot of 100s on your 9-day forecast. The drought continues to be a major problem as the winds pick up. Anytime the winds pick up, we start to increase the wildfire danger. Now, the winds aren't all that strong over the next few days. It's still dry. We saw burn bans. Remember that. Sunday, the winds are a little stronger, gusts over 20, but it's the end of next week as our next storm approaches, and this is what will bring us eventually a cold front. But as those winds pick up, the fire danger ramps up towards the end of next week. Now, what's helping is anytime we can get some rain, and we're getting rain this morning. Folks in northwest Oklahoma, hope you had some nice rest overnight. It's about to get a little loud as thunderstorms start knocking on the door. They're moving through Beaver, headed towards Perryton, Texas. The bulk of the storms are going to try to make it down into Ellis County. You'll still get rain in Harper County, but this is moving down to the southeast, moving at about 20 miles per hour. So pretty slowly. It's about 18 if you want to be exact. But here's the storm track heading into Slap Out. One of my favorites, 5:26 a.m. Never miss a chance to talk about it. Roston, 5:48. Laverne at 5:55. Shattuck at 6:20. Or Arnett at 6:45. Now, this is not severe. Could have some gusty winds, maybe 45, 55. Low-end severe wind gusts are going to be possible through the morning. Kyle Wilson is headed that way, and we'll be checking in with him. We're showing you those rain shots coming up throughout the morning. I think the bulk of it stays in our far northwest counties, and we'll have some additional rain chances later today. This is our Lucky Star Skycam network live from downtown. A beautiful morning. It is still very warm, 79. We broke the record warm low yesterday. The record warm low this morning is 78. I don't think we break it, but we're at least closer to that than where we should be, which is 60s. There are some 80s still. Lawton, 82 degrees. It's brutal. Winds are out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour, and your metro planner for today from the low 70s to the 80s at 1 o'clock by 4 p.m. 96 degrees, and that'll be the high. So low 90s to the north, upper 90s to the south, and what I'm expecting to happen is the wave of energy that's coming in from the north, it's going to keep pressing to the south, where additional storms try to take off for southwest Oklahoma. Your chances are looking better and better in the latest data. Very slight chance of a couple of isolated showers popping up through central and southeast Oklahoma. So there's the big ridge. This is a similar pattern we've been talking about since July. Okay, it's been week after week, which is pretty common. This is the summertime setup for the jet stream. But the thing is, this pattern starts to break down that second week of September, okay? And I don't think that we get any strong fronts making you feel, oh man, like sweater weather. It's not like that. But the triple digits start to go away, and we start to see highs more in that 80-degree range, mid-80s, something like that, which will feel so much better. In the meantime, we have 80s to start the day. It's going to be a hot one. We're watching all the real cold air start to pool up to the north where there are 30s. Leaves are changing quickly up in portions of Canada, up in Alaska, and eventually we start to see that jet stream become oriented more from the north to the south, and we'll get some of those stronger cold fronts in here, but we're still at least a couple of weeks from that happening. Lows for tonight will be in the upper 60s and low 70s. There's a lunar eclipse tonight. You will likely be able to see that very well beginning at about 8:30 this evening, peaking at about 11 p.m. I'll talk more about that in the 5 o'clock hour. 93 degrees tomorrow in Ponca City, 97 in Clinton, 100 in Lawton, 99 in Ardmore. Winds for tomorrow still very light and coming around out of the east at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And by the time that south wind ramps up, guys, that's on Saturday. Our average high is 90 on Saturday. Kicking off your weekend, the record is 106. We don't break records, but we are definitely going to be above normal and more triple digits. Now, we're closing in on record highs for several days next week. 101 on Sunday, 102 on Monday. If you don't laugh, you'll cry at this point. Look at your 9-day. 103 Wednesday, 104 on Thursday, and the season opener for OU is Friday, 102. And